Jeffrey A. Rosen to be Deputy Secretary of Transportation. Without objection, I will place my full statement in the record and simply summarize. The Department of Transportation contains 10 component agencies, employs approximately 57,000 people, and has an operating budget of more than $75 billion. As second in charge of the department, Mr. Rosen will work hand in hand with the capable Secretary Elaine Chao to lead our nation in the day-to-day operation of its various modes of transportation. Today marks the 50th anniversary of the Department of Transportation, and its mission remains the same today as it was 50 years ago. To serve the United States by ensuring a vast, safe, efficient, accessible, and convenient transportation system that meets our vital national interests and enhances the quality of life of the American people today and into the future. President Trump announced during his joint address to Congress last month to launch our national rebuilding. I will be asking Congress to approve legislation that produces a $1 trillion investment in the infrastructure of the United States, financed through both public and private capital, creating millions of new jobs. We'll certainly be interested in talking to our nominee about this goal today. Mr. Rosen is not a stranger to government service, having served in the Department of Transportation as General Counsel from 2003 to 2006. In this capacity, he oversaw a number of important transportation bills, including safety and its implementation, as well as the FAA reauthorization bill, Vision 100, in the year 2003. Mr. Rosen then went on to serve as General Counsel under Senator Portman in the Office of Management and Budget from 2006 to 2009. Mr. Rosen, I would like to thank you for testifying today and for your willingness to continue your record of service to our country. I will now turn to Ranking Member Booker for any opening remarks he may have. Senator I want to start off by discussing the Merchant Marine Academy. It's part of the Maritime Administration, which of course will come under your jurisdiction. You mentioned your parents not having the opportunity that you had for a collegiate education. For decades, the Merchant Marine Academy has been one of the finest four-year undergraduate degrees that a young American could have. Right. And I'm determined that as a member of the Board of Governors at the Academy, that continue. I was encouraged to hear that Secretary Chao has reinstated the Sea Year program aboard commercial vessels for midshipmen at the Academy. However, to date, the Sea Year is operating only at 64% of its original capacity, while several shipping companies are still awaiting MARAD approval to host midshipmen. The first thing I want to ask is, do you have any ideas how MARAD can work with the shipping companies to ensure this vitally important training program comes back into full force?
Well, thank you, Senator. That was an issue that you were kind enough to bring to my attention, and so I asked some questions about that yesterday, and was told that the process of beginning to have applicants who could help reinstate that program is underway, and that the first group had been approved, which is why there are a number of members of the class who can resume Sea Year, and that there is another group of applicants who are being reviewed, and that there is a process to ensure that they meet the certification requirements so that the students who participate in the program are getting out of the program what they're supposed to and in an acceptable environment. And I think that's underway. I think if I was confirmed, one of the things I would, of course, want to do is continue to monitor that and look for ways we could expedite it to get it back to the situation that I know you would want, and I would look forward to staying in touch with you about that.
Were you given any idea about the timeline?
No, but I'll be happy to follow up on that.
Okay, well, it does need to be expedited because this needs to be back at 100%. In addition, the Merchant Marine Academy received a warning in its accreditation review last spring. Now, I find that completely unacceptable and surprising. The Academy has until April 2018 to come into compliance with accreditation standards. A loss of accreditation would have devastating effects on the integrity of what has been a valuable and prestigious institution. It cannot be allowed to happen. What steps should the department take to ensure that the Academy stays on track to meet accreditation deadlines?
Well, as you know, I'm not yet at the department, so I think that's an issue that, if I'm confirmed, I would need to get better educated on. I know the Secretary is attuned to that issue, and I don't think there's any difference of opinion about the importance of getting it done. The steps to get there, I need to get better educated about, and again, would look forward to doing that if I'm confirmed.
Well, will you agree to make it a priority?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.